Today we're discussing working the upper back with calisthenics, particularly your traps, your upper traps, lower traps, middle traps, rhomboids, even the muscles behind the shoulder I would classify as that whole upper back region. And for this, a couple of the best exercises you could do are just simply ones that are moving your arms out to the side. Rear flies, unlike the NOSC suspension straps or a DIY suspension setup. You can also do elbows up, nice high pulls kind of thing. It's very much the same type of motion, but some people find that they can get their shoulder blades moving a little bit better with that. But I've learned that the real best way to work your upper back with calisthenics isn't to just do a whole bunch of those exercises, is to engage your upper back in every pulling exercise you ever do. So yeah, that means using your upper back with all rowing exercises, regardless of hand position, regardless of width, regardless of where your elbows are. Even curls, bicep curls, keeping your shoulders packed, keeping them engaged. You want to be using those upper back muscles for the sake of, if nothing else, stability, which is still going to help them to become bigger and stronger. But the real secret is to use your upper back as much as possible in the exercise that I used to mistakenly believe didn't work your upper back at all, which is, of course, vertical pulling exercises, aka pull-ups. Now, I used to think that, okay, yeah, pull-ups, all lats, 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 lats. They only work the lats. They focus on the lats. The rest of the back is just completely neglected, which to a degree was true because, again, mentally, the tension in your muscles isn't put there by the exercise. You don't want the exercise to be in control of your muscle activation. You want to be in control of it by making your muscles engage. Therefore, the tension in the muscle is put there by your mind, because that's really what makes your muscles contract, and it handles the resistance provided by the exercise much better. But it's also in the technique. When we mistakenly believe that vertical pulling motions are all about moving your body in a straight up and down motion, then we neglect a way of doing it which engages your upper back more, but also places a lot less stress on your joints. So when we do a pull-up, we don't want to think so much about going straight up and straight down, but instead to have a bit of a curved approach. So we start with our shoulders directly underneath our hands, and as we pull ourselves up, we slightly move back behind our hands a little bit, and then at the top of the pull-up, we pull ourselves up and into the bar or our hands in a slight horizontal motion. Not only does this engage your upper back to a much higher degree, it's a lot easier on your joints, particularly your elbows. It helps you also prepare yourself for muscle ups if that's something that you want to transition to, getting up over the bar into the dip position. And it's also a lot more satisfying not only to work the upper back, but also your lats, your biceps, and your rear deltoids as well. You might want to practice with some regressed exercises like jackknife or seated pull-ups just to kind of get the motion down a little bit. And don't be afraid, of course, to put in the rows and the rear flies and stuff to engage and activate, warm up that upper back a little bit more. Then when you do those pulling exercises, the vertical pull-ups, you can hopefully feel it working a little bit more and engage it so that you know that upper back is working a lot more, not just in those upper back focused exercises, but in all of your pull chain exercises and workouts. Here's some videos with some fun pull-up workouts that you can do in under 3 minutes. And if you have questions, leave those down below as well. If you get value from this, like, share, subscribe, all that sort of thing. Thank you very much for watching. Be fit and live free.